Good morning, it's Bob Chu again from Stewart and Isla Morada Boatworks with another latest launch video. This is a beautiful, beautiful, cool Atlantic blue 24 carbon Innegra Isla Morada. This is for a couple in their 70s that lives up in New England. They live also here in the Stewart area, the Palm City area. They primarily throw top water lures. They've resorted to a little bit of live bait fishing for the snook here since they've been hard at it more full time now, but they're still primarily top water lure throwers. So very cool, light tackle, top water. So they kept this boat really, really simple, but with some nice touches specifically for the way they're going to use the boat. We'll start in the bow. They chose the Minn Kota Altera trolling motor, so it will be self-deploying and retrieving. Again, because of their age, it makes perfect sense. Why not have it at your fingertips? That is mounted to a Power Pucks mount, which we seem to be doing more and more of for quick release when they don't want it there on the bow of the boat. Working away aft, anchor locker you've seen on our other 24s, storage compartment you've seen on the other 24s. They opted for a couple additional rod holders on each side. In-floor storage compartment that you've seen on 24s, good for life jackets, and some people had made it a fish box, but this couple doesn't really keep a lot of fish, don't really kill a lot of fish, so that's storage compartment. Rod locker that you're familiar with. One thing that they did that we spent a lot of time really nailing this down for them. For their use when they're fishing out by the jetty or on a rougher day, there's a really cool little sissy bar here. Oh, I put it in backwards. Yeah, so the concept behind that is provides assistance to get up on the foredeck, especially on a rougher day. If they're fishing snook at the jetty and they've got the rough tides or heavy winds. So yeah, it facilitates getting up, getting down, primarily getting up, and then a very cool place to lean against. Goes into two flush mounted rod holders, aluminum rod holders. Wherever you want to fish, whatever you want to do, but real simple, and as you saw, real collapsible, stows in the rod locker. Simple. And believe me, we had some real elaborate concepts before this, before we came to this simplistic approach. Moving aft, again, it's a Topless 24 Morada, 65 quart frigid rigid as standard. All the typical great wiring that you're used to seeing in the console, just beautifully done. Went with a couple Yeti cup holders here, JL audio stereo and so forth. 4 rod holders on the side, custom handrail on the side of the console, as opposed to what we put on typically on a topless boat. This is really, really cool, really rugged. We did some super heavy duty clear tape here and here, if in case any of these rods wanted to work their way over to the handrail. Just more thoughts. We have an Edson carbon wheel. Totally cool. We'll work around to that later when we show you the Helm. And another very personal touch for them, because they're limited in the number of rods they're going to take. They might take 8, 10, something like that. Well, they have 8 on the side of the consoles. Then, of course, there's undergunnel storage for 6 per side, as well as the rod lockers. So they said we really didn't need or want the rod holders across the back of the standard leaning post. So we had Birdsall create this, believe it or not, a custom but dead simple leaning post. Same footprint as our regular leaning post, but with simply a low profile handrail on the back side, far enough off the cushion you can ergonomically grab it, but also out of the way. Really opens up the space here for walking behind. which again is something that's important to them. So what you don't see is 2 power poles, of course. They're holding us in place. 400 Merc Verado. He chose for 2 live wells, which is kind of the norm for this boat. This would be used more as a release well, obviously, because of its shape. He's got bubblers in both, and kept the port side just for storage. So I know this video is fairly short, but we'll take a look at the helm here in a second. But in reality, this baby is clean as a pin. Just again from this angle, now that I'm over here, look how much space there is here. So yeah, functionality of getting around, it's wonderful. And then we save to last this wonderful layout, this really simplistic 16-inch Garmin, the Mercury 5-inch vessel view gauge, JO Audio stereo head, and of course Lenco trim tabs with indicators, the binnacle control, kill switch, start switch, up and down on the power pole, tilt wheel, controls for the jack plate, all this kind of standard, and then the gorgeous carbon wheel. And you're familiar with the glove box below and the storage and electrical components down below that foot. So what more do you need? This is a fishing boat. This is something you go out and it's a hardcore fish boat. And yeah, while it's primarily going to be used inshore, it's certainly a fully capable offshore boat, as we know from some of our customers that sail fish out of this and, chase fish up and down the beach. So really love working with this couple. They were really, really cool. This is presumably their last boat. The color is exceptional and they just love it. We love them, and that's really the end of the story. If you want a boat like this or any configuration, give us a call. Stuart and Isla Morada Boat Works in Stuart, Florida. Thank you very much.